Don't be one of those experts that buys into the lie that, podcasting takes time to grow. Be patient with it. The reason why I say that is because if you end up believing that, you essentially reduce the standards for yourself of what you expect from yourself. So let's say, for example, imagine you've got two people. Person A has high expectations and doesn't think it's a marathon. They think that in 6 months, in a year time, they should be reaching 1,000 listeners per episode. Yeah? Person B, they think it's a marathon, not a race. They think they need to be consistent and there's a long game. And they think that after a year, they should be getting 50 listeners, 100 listeners per episode, right? The problem is 3 months in, person A looks at their numbers. They're getting, let's say, 50 downloads per episode. And they're actually like annoyed. They're pissed off because they're like, I should be already at 100. I should be at 200 3 months in. Person B looks at the numbers and goes, it's a marathon, not a race. It's okay. But what happens is, the decision that they make afterwards. Person B thinks everything is okay, so they don't make any changes to their strategy. Person A has a higher standard and doesn't believe in, it's a marathon, not a race, and just has a high standard. They want more. So their decision is, I need to hire an expert because clearly something's wrong. And for this to be worth my time, I need to be reaching more than 50 listeners per episode. So they invest in a coach, they get a mentor, and they get an actual strategy to grow their show. And then 12 months later, they have completely different outcomes. Person B, they're still at like 50 downloads per episode. Some episodes maybe get 100 if they're lucky. Person A, who got the mentor, who invested, who had higher standard, who wasn't happy to grow at a slower rate, they took different actions. And now they're at 1,000 listeners per episode. And their podcast is completely monetized. And have the confidence in themselves because they know the time they invested into their show is getting them a return. And it's all because they didn't buy into the lie that most business owners and experts fall for. Now, don't get me wrong, the longer you're in the game, the better, absolutely. But what tends to happen is that mindset of it's a marathon, not a race, it doesn't create enough urgency internally in you to take bigger actions to grow your show, to monetize your podcast, which will lead to a better outcome.